told your father the same way. Sarah's had a certain reputation as being pliable.
I am aware.
I would think, as we find ourselves standing in a hair's breadth of war, that you would wish to be viewed differently.
Okay, you're pushing him to take decisions just by himself.
What's in a hightower?
Your interest on that?
Was your father's and great.
To be his hand, to change that.
I find myself wondering, do we pursue the same end?
I must admit there are days where I myself cannot be sure.
I think that with the big picture, yes. No?
It's victory.
And how would you define victory?
Rhaenyra bending the knee, and Aegon sitting there enthroned in peace.
Well, if that's how you describe it, then we are alike.
Then be my ally.
I am.
An ally would not repeatedly cut my legs from beneath me at that table of men. My sons both see you as the great example. The hand to 3 kings.
Not for a long time.
Aegon is angry.
Aemond is alone, I
Son
think.
Chuck his eye was never punished for it.
Aemond was always an outcast, you know.
Okay.
But he is fiercely loyal. He wishes to please.
And Aegon still leads me, in private at least. But if you undermine my voice, both those boys will grow deaf to it.
Now growing up!
You must accept that the path to victory now is one of violence.
For now, she doesn't want that. And I appreciate it a lot, but I think that she's wrong.
Did you find what you needed?
She needed to mourn her son.
Order to a command. We'll set our toehold in the Riverlands.
Your Grace, my Lord Husband's blockade of the gullet moves into place.
What do you decide, Rhaenyra?
I want Aemond Targaryen.
A son for a son. You know the expression an eye for an eye? Into this show they explored, you know, that subject. Really? And it didn't happen. But right there, a son for a son seems logical.
Lady Jane Arryn has pledged her support in exchange for a dragon to guard the Vale.
That's a big demand.
And Lord Aegon Stark has promised 2,000 men.
He wants to cry his brother into his mother's arms, like. I think that you both needed that hug.
Valerie Florence.
The real ceremony.
Sarah's Targaryen.
Oh. Are you gonna light one for him?
Sarah's blood.
Thank you for that, Alicent. No, I'm not crying. Tears stayed right there.
Commander, never gone for long. I'm told you bear a dislike for the hightowers. Fuck the hightowers.
That's pretty clear.
The White Worm said you're one of Aegon's rat catchers. You must be busy. That castle positively crawls with them now. I was also given to understand that you possess a unique knowledge of the Red Keep. Michael's tunnels. Where the rat's nest is. Tonight he's going to be your friend. We're to find and slay Prince Aemond Targaryen.
Tonight?
Yes, still there, and why? Easy enough to find.
I think that he knows who he is. For sure, you know, people are protecting Aemond, for sure. Alicent and everyone planned something like that could happen.
My brother is hostage to my grandsire and mother. And they tell him that a war of dragons can yet be avoided.
It is inevitable. They must see that.
What if this to upset the order of things?
I can see that. I would want the contrary,
Alicent
but
is simply
I can see that.
angry.
Aemond.
She blames me for starting this war. After she plotted with my father's council to usurp his throne. But grace speaks with two tongues.
I was gonna make a bad joke about his tongue and all. No. Why is the dog? Why is the dog? You can't do anything to the dog. That's a rule. In each show that you want, even you know The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, each show that you want, you can kill as many people as you want, but no dog.
Always be Aegon the Strong.
My nephew's already taken that one. He's a king. My mother and grandsire mind me like some...
All these little things are bringing you directly
Who gives a
to
shit what they say?
My brother is
the throne.
The royals live up there.
Right.
What are you talking to me, sis?
If we're to kill a royal fucking prince, where do you think we're gonna find him?
I got you in the castle. I thought the rest was your day.
I can end you right here. Take the rest of it on myself.
I'm the royal upstairs.
Ah,
Show me.
so really you didn't take the dog for...
The royals live on this level.
It was just to enter for your cover.
No one's here.
I'll search the next room.
Hello.
Rats.
You're supposed to be here for the real rats. Ah, that's why the dog, the cover. I'm sorry. She's gonna warm you up.
Who the fuck is she?
She's the queen, she is.
Yes.
Son.
We need to get our head and get out. I'm off from the sun. This one's a boy.
You don't want to take aemond, you want to
The
take...
mother knows.
Do
Oh,
you
son.
remember what I ask? I'm not ready to hold it, are you? Which?
I have a necklace. It's of great value.
They don't care.
That's our son.
They're asking you to point at your son so they can kill him, like...
He's the other one. She's not gonna give up the king's heir that easy.
No.
She's telling true.
You really gave your son... You knew that they would have killed the three of you, but... She searched for protection, she went for you.
They killed the boy.
And clearly, Alicent, you have no... You know, it was gonna be the last time. Maybe not. A son for a son. but not the good one. So is it gonna be enough? Like, is it gonna be enough to stop Rhaenyra? Like, it's not the son that you wanted, so is it gonna be enough? It's not the son who killed your son. So for Rhaenyra, is it gonna be enough? And no matter what, for Alicent, now you killed not her son, but her grandson. Are you gonna be okay with that? I don't think so. Like, Aegon for sure is not gonna be okay with that. Aegon, he wanted his son with him at the council meeting. He was so in love with his own son, like he's never gonna accept that. Maybe Alicent could accept it. The mother right there was okay to sacrifice her son to save her life and to save her daughter, because she knew that no matter what, like if she was not pointing at her son, they would have killed the three of them. So she agreed to let them kill her son because she wanted to not die, because she didn't want for her daughter to die, because she knows also what it means, you know, a son for a son. Did she think about the situation, stopping the war which was about to come? Was it for Aegon, to punish Aegon? I don't know, was it for... because she saw it, because clearly she has visions. You know, when she said that she was afraid of the rats, I thought that she was talking about the symbolic aspect, you know, of the rats. And clearly, after that, they talked about the fact that inside they have rats, they have people betraying them, and also clearly I was like, okay, you meant that, girl. But in fact, at the end, these guys, and I took a little moment to understand it, their way, you know, to enter into the castle, to not be discovered, it was to act like they were there for the rats, the real ones. That's why they brought the dog. I didn't understand at first why bringing the dog. It was to help with their cover. They were there for the real rats. So in fact, did you have a vision and in fact you were afraid of the rats, the real ones? Because you knew that these guys would come with this cover? After that, it's gonna be the story, you know, of the chicken and the egg. Maybe if you wouldn't have said so, no one would have come to kill the rats, so... I'm sorry. That was a good first episode, and it's opening well, it's finishing well, but I'm a little like that, you know, about what is happening during it, in the sense that for sure it's a big surprise and a good one to begin with a Stark, with him talking, with him traveling to the wall, to begin also at the wall, to be back right there and with that musical theme. For sure it's good, and for sure what is happening at the end, to kill a son right there, that's important, and that's gonna change stuff like the war which was inevitable, at least for Rhaenyra's side. Maybe now it's not gonna be the case, but maybe now, in fact, on Aegon's side, it's gonna be inevitable and he's gonna want to go for it. So it's really not only a shocking scene, but also something which is changing stuff, you know, for the story, for the balance, you know, of the sides and all. So for sure, it's finishing well, with a big shock, a big moment, and things which are gonna have consequences. So opening well, finishing well. But the middle, I had the impression to... like, I'm glad to be back into this story and with these characters. I'm glad to just continue with the story like that. Like, really, we are finding them right there like we left them. Nothing changed truly for any of them. I mean, really, for who they are, for how they are acting, how they are thinking. Nothing changed at all, so it's great because we have a continuity between the seasons. But at the same time, for a show like Game of Thrones, I want more than that. I want for each scene to bring something, and right there I had the impression that a lot of scenes were there just to summarize or to remind us what happened during the season 1, what this character is about. Like, I'm not sure that a lot of these scenes were truly needed for the fans and for the story, and that it would have been better, in fact, to have other scenes, to be already into the action, to be already into big moments. I'm not thinking just moments of actions, you know, fights, big things happening and all. No, we can have also just discussions, but discussions which are meaningful, which are going deep with a character, or which are meaningful because of a relationship, which are meaningful because of a situation. Like, I don't know, I had the impression that we were maybe just working on the same steps, you know, than the end of the previous season. I would have wanted more intensity. For this first episode, I would have wanted more intensity. And again, I'm not saying of big things happening. Like, for example, for me, an intense moment of this first episode, it was Rhaenyra finding, you know, the wing of the dragon, crying for her son, and, you know, finally that ceremony to mourn him, and Alicent lighting, you know, that candle. For me, that was an intense moment, that was an emotional one. It was symbolic, it was meaningful, it was something, and, you know, for the actions, like, it was not a fight or nothing like that. But for me, for a first episode, I need more moments like that, you know, meaningful, real things. Do you understand what I mean? Like, for example, Aegon moment, you know, at the throne. I'm not sure that it was needed. It could have been said, you know, just with 1 or 2 lines during the council meeting about the fact that he's listening a lot to the end and that's bad. It would have been enough, like, to have an entire scene about it. I'm not sure. And same, you know, for other moments like that, which were not really useful in my opinion, and could have been really just 1 line, and you could have created more intense, important moments. And again, I'm not talking about fights. It can be discussions, it can be just a character being all by him or herself. Sometimes you don't need words also to create an intense moment, a meaningful one. Like, for example, Aemond, I'm a little surprised that we don't have any moment alone with him. At least a moment, if not alone, a moment for him to talk about what he did, what happened. Do you feel regret? Are you proud of it? Like, nothing about it. So, you know, for that first episode, I'm really glad to be back with this character, this story. Like we left them, we are finding them. That's cool. Good opening, good end. But between, it's a little, not too slow, but it's a little too simple for Game of Thrones. Hey! I know it's House of the Dragon, it's not Game of Thrones, but you understood what I meant. I want to watch this show and to be into it. Come on! You don't have so many episodes, you know, at the end, so... Come on. Give me more! I want more! I'm watching this show for more than that. Tell me what did you think about that first episode? You know, about what I said about that rhythm that they took for this first episode. And you know, for me, it's important also to begin a season with a good first episode. You can have episodes like that at the middle of your season. But for your first episode, you need to make a big first impression. And I have the impression that right there, again, good opening, good end, but not enough between. Rhaenyra's sadness, and Rhaenyra also making that hug to her son. That was painful to watch. Alicent, she wants to negotiate. She doesn't want that war, but everyone seems to think that you have to be at war. Like, on Rhaenyra's side, everyone was prepared to eat and they were just waiting for a signal. I didn't think that Aemond's plan right there to hire two guys to enter into the castle to kill Aemond would work. Like, for sure, I thought that it was way more protected, that castle, than really just like that you can enter, no one is gonna ask you any question. That level with all of the royal family, no one is gonna see you right there, like, oh, it's okay, totally okay. I know that they did not have aemond, and maybe like I think aemond is really well protected because for sure they are expecting something like that to happen. You know, a vicious plan, a vicious attack against him. But come on, the royal family is the heir. You're not gonna protect him? Do you think that we're gonna have news about the wall, about the Stark? I hope so. I hope that they didn't introduce the entire season with that scene just to, you know, to make a big wing to the fans, to give them something, you know, to serve the fans, and that's all. Come on, you need to do something with it. I don't know what for now, but you need to do it. Okay, tell me what did you think about this first episode? I'm glad to be back. I'm satisfied by this first episode, but I want more. That's my main conclusion. If you want a longer reaction part for this reaction video, you can go on my Patreon, and for all of the season you're gonna have my reactions and my thoughts earlier, one day earlier normally, and with a longer reaction part each time. And for House of the Dragon you can subscribe only to the level 2, meaning only €5 for the entire month, and you're gonna have access to all of my House of the Dragon videos for the month. If you can be interested by that, to have one day of advance, to have everything with a longer reaction part, full opacity and all, it's on my Patreon, and it's a good way to support me. Okay, it's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.